Hey guys, it's Jacob, and today I'm going to be continuing my series on which days to do what with different subjects. And today I'm going to be covering your history or social studies, like civics type class. Yeah, let's get right into it. Oh, and a quick disclaimer: these videos aren't like being specific. So if I say like on this day before the test, I would review my textbook, I'm not going to say like take notes on the textbook, highlight it. I'm just going to say like review your textbook, and then in later videos down the road, I'll go more into in-depth and expand on everything that I say in this series. Alright, with that being said, let's get right into it. Okay, so as usual with this series, we're going to say that you've got a test coming up in 2 days, so you've got 2 days to study for it. And I'm not saying that's the time that you should take, but just for the sake of, giving you an example, that's what the model is going to be. Okay. So let's say, day 1 for history. Well, first of all, you are going to need to definitely go over any, like, class notes or, handout. So I'll say just notes because that could be notes you take in class or handouts. Notes and handouts. And go over them, quiz yourself, highlight stuff, do whatever you need to do. Just go over them and learn them on the first day. And this is when there's 2 days before a test. So like if you have a test on the 17th of a month, this would be like the 15th, just to put that into perspective. Okay. So you're going to go over notes and handouts, and then you are going to want to get, I guess, half of the material you need to learn done. And I would not do that by saying, well, I have 3 people to learn, and one of them is super hard, so I'll learn 1.5 tonight, and then say it's a super hard one for tomorrow. Don't look at it as numbers, look at it as how much time it will take you. So do it by time, not numbers. Alright, but anyway, back to day 1. Notes and handouts, as I said. And then at the same time on day 1, you are going to want to, I'll say writing, but you're going to want to practice your writing questions, and this could be like you ask yourself a general question and write a paragraph about it to practice for writing things. So if you're learning about the Articles of Confederation, you would ask yourself, why did the Articles of Confederation not work out? What were some of their weaknesses? And then you'd write a paragraph about that. Anyway, so after writing, and especially for a history type subject, there's a huge potential that you're going to have like an essay type question, especially as you get older and into more advanced histories. And even if you're not having those right now in your classes, it can't hurt to do that because that really shows that you know it. Writing, and then half of the people you need to know, and then half of the dates you need to know. And, the people and dates could be, in your notes that you learn. So that's not really something separate because this all could coincide, but just make sure that you understand half of those people. So then on day 2, go over quizzes you had that unit. Don't go over quizzes that you had for a different unit. Whoops, sorry. Don't go over quizzes you had, like for a different unit if it's just a unit test, but just quizzes for that unit if you had any. So I'll just put quiz. Test yourself if you can find if your teacher, does Kahoot in class or something, maybe after, ask them for the link to that particular game or game code, or if they do, quizzes, ask them for that game code. Ask them for any good reputable resources they find. So test yourself. And then after that, I would move on after, testing yourself to make sure you understand stuff with online and doing practice questions like that. Sorry, practice questions are included in the test yourself. Then you're going to want to do the other half of the people you need to know. And just like read over the people again from day 1. You don't have to like completely quiz yourself again on them. And then half of the dates. Okay. Yeah, it's going to cover it for history. So, thank you guys. Bye.